Why don't women's clothes have pockets? Silhouette over practicality? Sexualization over necessity? In order to find the answer, we're gonna have to take a look back at the history of women's fashion. Pockets in women's clothing aren't properly documented until the 17th century in Europe. There is very little evidence on the Egyptians, Mayans, and other prolific non-European kingdoms interpreting pockets in women's clothing. Pockets were created in the 16th century, according to Europeans, but it took a whole century for women's clothing to interpret the feature. In the 17th century, pockets were hidden in women's clothing to preserve the feminine figure. Even in the Industrial Revolution, when women finally joined the workforce and they started to demand more functional and practical clothes to wear, they were restricted due to traditional styles and societal constraints. As fashion evolved during the 19th century, women's pockets began to become more and more scarce. This was due to the increase of corseted waisted pieces and the rise of handbags. The early 20th century brought a massive change for women's fashion. Moving away from the corseted waist, pockets in women's clothing began to become more popular and functional. Due to the women's fashion movement, they started to challenge more Victorian styles and go against traditional norms, wearing suits, short skirts, and the interpretation of the shirt waist. They were pushing for more modern styles that ignored gender roles and tradition. Even in the mid-20th century, they started to wear jeans and pants and more casual styles to combat conventional views of what a woman was. In the 70s and 80s, they had power dressing to further progress this. Power dressing was basically when women would wear suits with padded shoulders to give more of a masculine look, to further enforce that men and women are equal. So how do we go from that to now? Well, simply put, it's due to the fashion trends changing and a wide use of handbags coming into fashion. That's not all though. In this day and age, sex sells, and with a lot of things in the media being hypersexualized, basically deeming them as less attractive because certain objects would block being able to see a woman's body. It's so crazy how society prioritizes women's bodies, but only when it matters how attractive they're viewed to men. I don't even think it's a lot to ask for pockets. Like, it's a basic need. And as somebody who occasionally buys women's clothing, I'd be like, damn, like, they be doing y'all like this? I think it's especially worse when approximately 80% of the fashion industry is run by women. For them to not even be able to have a say in pockets, I just think that's crazy to me personally. And there has to be a change at some point that has to happen. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Fifi.
My name's Annabella.
So the first question is, do you think fashion should be for style or for convenience?
I think a mixture of both, really.
I think fashion can be for style and it can also be for convenience.
Style's important, it's self-expression, isn't it? But then convenience should also come in because obviously, you know, expressing yourself should be easy.
But I think convenience is more important when it comes to fashion because the other day I actually learned that women deal with the heat a lot worse. You should be able to wear as little clothing as possible to protect you from this kind of heat.
Question 2. Does not having pockets in your clothing bother you, or are you okay with bringing bags everywhere you go?
I actually struggle with walking sometimes, and like when I have to carry things that are heavy, it just like drags me down and like makes me slower, and I don't like it.
Not having pockets does bother me. I remember noticing it for the first time as a child when I'd go into like the girls section and see that, you know, girls stuff don't have pockets, and it's a bit like, why?
So it is a lot easier for me to not have to carry my bag and be able to just like keep my keys in my pocket so I can easily get back inside.
I'm the type of person who has quite a few bags, but sometimes I don't want to be weighed down and I want to put stuff in my pockets. So I feel like it'd be a really good thing if they were more inclusive.
Third and final question. What could the fashion industry do to prioritize the needs of women?
I feel like the fashion industry could use like doing more like research into like the feminist movement, because I feel like women deserve a safe place in the fashion industry as well.
They could design more clothing that helps us in the heat and also helps us with storing stuff as well so that we don't have to carry bags all the time. Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
I've been working on this video for about a year now. So there's been a lot of growth and a lot of time that I've really put into thinking about how I wanted to finish this video and how I wanted to format it. But I think the basis and the final conclusion should be, my opinion effectively doesn't matter. Like as a man that wears predominantly men's clothing, I don't this doesn't affect me. It's based more so around the accessibility of women's needs. In this video, I decided to go and interview some women that are close to me so I could get more of an outsider perspective. And from what I heard from them is it is an inconvenience, like not being able to have pockets and having to carry bags around everywhere. Sometimes you just want to be free. Like if I don't want to leave the house without a bag, I could easily leave the house without a bag. I could have filmed today and left the house with no bag and I would have been fine. We have room for these type of things, but women's clothes don't, because they're prioritizing the aesthetics, they're prioritizing the silhouette. But I really enjoyed the process of doing the research for this video, filming this video, the interviews as well. I just really enjoyed it, and I want to try different types of content on this channel. I still want to stay with the fashion stuff, but I also want to do like a little bit of the fashion commentary cinematic style, which is kind of like what this video is as well. I have a couple other videos, a couple other projects underway coming up that I'm really excited to show y'all. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, we got some big projects coming. We got some more clothes drops coming. We got some more clothing, all that. Some more styling shit, all that. We got all that coming. Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all.